It's early morning practices. It's pickup games, whenever and wherever. It's the anticipation for the game today and the crack of the bat tomorrow. It's history, and it's groundbreaking. It's a dream that becomes a reality. It's believing through all the stops along the way to the journey home. When it's in your DNA, it's always time to play ball.
Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to MLB The Show.
Coming to you live from Southern California, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming your way next. Just a little bit away from first pitch. Pitching in our game today, Reed Detmers. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
There's a swing and a drive. Trout going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And fires in a fastball at 95. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic. And a base hit up the middle. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One gone, runner at first. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And fouled off. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The 0-2. And
that's
ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And a pitch. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Mitch Garver up to hit here. Got to be careful with a slugger like this, because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that one upstairs.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Sliced hard but foul. Late on that fastball. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Adam Simber preparing to come on if needed. Moore getting loose as well. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Gets a piece and stays alive.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
2 on, 1 out. And that's off the inside edge. And the count's full. Cal Raleigh waiting for a turn at the plate. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So first and second with 2 outs. Ty France up next for the Mariners. Just missed.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. As a run scores on the play.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
And up next for Seattle, Luke Raley. There's a strike.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
The pitch. Way high with that one. And the count is 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
First inning and already up to 23 pitches. Hits and misses, it's a strikeout. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Mariners 2 and the Angels coming up. And we're back. Our starter in this one, Luis Castillo.
4-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Fought off foul. Yoan. Now a fly ball to right center. Rodriguez heads towards it. Squeezes it. And there's 1 down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Just missed. 1 out, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging. That's out number 2. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Brandon Drury to the plate. First pitch, not close. Two out, space is empty. And the right-hander deals. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. And looking for the K. Angels held in check. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Adam Simber.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. Here comes a pitch. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And here it comes. Swing and a foul straight back. The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down at the top of the second. So the lineup flips over. J.P. Crawford now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just missed. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the second. That one misses. And it's 3-0. Julio Rodriguez in the on deck circle. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So man aboard, and now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this, with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Up and in, and it's 1-1. Righty to the plate. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Crawford off of first with 2 away. That misses the zone. 2-2.
It's a good take.
And he deals. And that will end the inning. 15 miles from downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Spencer Strider. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Okay, all set to go. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Pitch misses there. Ball one. That one to first, and that's just foul. Kicks and deals. That one missed. To kick the pitch.
3-2.
Got him looking. And one out now.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Trey Turner at the plate. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
Next offering is in for a strike.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. We talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
One down, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
And now here is Harper. Line drive, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 8, Nick Castellanos.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. First pitch misses. At the belt and fires. There's a swing and a miss.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Righty delivers. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Murphy hauls it in to end the inning. One left for Philadelphia, and now the Braves with their first chance to hit were scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy, and on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Zach Wheeler. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
When he's on, Boog, he's really fun to watch. He takes the pressure off entire lineups, and typically he doesn't need a ton of runs in support. No one should be surprised if he settles in and takes full control of this game. That's what he's looking to do for sure.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Wheeler with a throw over. Acuna dives back in.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Acuna on at first, nobody out. Way out front for strike two.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The 0-2.
1-2.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Runner at first with no outs here. This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Here's Austin Riley. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 strike.
Man at first, 1 away. And a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. That one ripped. Drops into the glove.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Two outs. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Left-hand batter waits. And there's a foul ball. And another ball. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Kicks and fires. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the pitch. Swings and misses. And that is that. Braves strand one. We played an inning. No score. Back at Truist Park. Top of the second. So digging in now for Philadelphia. Alec Bohm. Strider, an all-star a season ago, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. Strider back to work. To the right side, and he can't come up with it. But the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
This is Bryson Stott.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
First pitch just misses.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
No score here in the second. Extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. A solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Spencer Strider departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Joe Jimenez.
Number 77, Joe Jimenez.
One out, runner at second. And now it is JT Realmuto. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Stop over at second, one down. He's trying for third, pitching for a strike. Throw to third, and he's out.
Well, I can see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Tyler Matzik, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And another ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Well struck right field. Acuna going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Cincinnati, great American ballpark in a city steeped in baseball history. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and towing the slab, Hunter Green.
He's a guy that's going to come right after hitters. I mean, he's not trying to fool them. He's going to pitch to contacts, not worry about it. He trusts his defense behind him, and he's not going to mess around with a whole bunch of different offerings. Only 3 pitches in the repertoire, so he knows he'll have to work in all 3 effectively and probably pitch backwards sometimes just to make sure this lineup isn't picking up on too many patterns.
Luis Arraez stands in. That clips the zone, and this one is off and running. Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think